All right, all right, all right. We are back. How y'all feeling today so far? Yeah. I love that energy. I love that energy. I am Shepsworth Bentley, and I'm really happy to be here at the USCC Qualifier. Thank y'all for being here as well. We are going to go ahead to our next performer. We have Christian Bach from Reno, Nevada. And the crazy part is he's only been doing this for 2 months because he's independent. So give him a round of applause. Christian Bach and judges, come on out.
Hello. 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 Hi. How are you? May I please have my music? Time. Hello, judges. My name is Christian, and today I'll be presenting you a Malawi Gesha that bridges the gap between specialty coffee and the small producer, Dongguaya. This Gesha is the connection between St. Frank Coffee and the historical city of Antigua, Guatemala. Antigua is a city that is surrounded by flatlands with large producers and wealthy estates. These large producers and wealthy estates end up pushing out the smaller producers up the volcano slope. St. Frank wanted to work together with one of these smaller producers to develop a new relationship to commit to and to stand by. This was Dongguaya. After a decade of working with each other, through many tribulations, going through seasons of ups and downs, and developing a personal relationship, Dongguaya was able to plant 1,600 Malawi Gesha seeds. Normally, producers like this would not be able to receive or purchase these seeds as they're not only expensive, but Gesha is notoriously known to be difficult to cultivate. Dongguaya is able to cultivate this Gesha because of the long-standing trust and relationship between St. Frank and Dongguaya. That through each season, they would stand by each other. That even through a struggling season, they would work together to find a solution, and their symbiosis promises that both the producer and the roaster will find that. I am proud to represent this coffee because it is not only just the product of chasing the tastiest expression, but it is what I believe specialty coffee should promote. That is the opportunity for smaller producers, those without a voice, to receive a premium price, to have that chance to grow delicious coffee at a specialty price. This is that coffee. Its name is Guayo Malawi Gesha. I will be setting aside the first pair of shots to allow them to cool down for the signature beverage later on. I'll be moving on to preparing your next set of shots. At 1,700 meters above sea level, the higher elevation causes a slowdown of the coffee fruit maturation. This leads to a more expressive and nutrient-dense bean. This coffee is then fully washed to showcase its full range of flavor, such as its cleanliness, enhancing the details left behind by the volcanic terroir. This coffee is nuanced, so I wanted to stratify the flavor to have the clear separation from the initial and finish. This is where I feel the coffee is most notable, at the beginning and at the end. To achieve this, I will be extracting your coffee at 20 grams in, at 18 grams in, 40 grams out, for 27 to 29 seconds. Please anticipate an initial lemongrass, milky creaminess, and a green pepper finish. Again, the tasting notes are lemongrass, milky creaminess, and a green pepper finish. The tactile notes are what I personally really enjoyed, where you got a medium lightweight, an undeniable silky texture, and lastly, a coating clean finish. As I place the espressos in front of you, please wait to taste. I instruct you guys to please stir 10 times, and then afterwards you may taste the first harvest of the geisha, the fruit of the relationship between Don Guayo and Saint Frank. Enjoy. As I move on to the signature beverage, I drew inspiration from the volcanic terroir of the Guayo Malawi geisha. This coffee is grown on Volcano Agua, which is known to be dormant. Coffee that is usually grown on agua has consistently expressed creamy, delicate details, just as expressed in the geisha. When first cupping this coffee, it reminded me of my time working in Paris in pastry with Timu black peppercorns. Peppercorns are often thought of to be one-dimensional, when this could not be farther from the truth. Many varieties can express fruity florality, subtle complexity, and even sweetness, just like specialty coffee. I thought the Timu black peppercorns would be the perfect complement and sister to it, as it has dark florals and grapefruit-like qualities. I'll be passing you the peppercorns. Please take a smell and pass it along and leave it on the table. With the Timu peppercorns, I decided to make a clarified milk punch. I did this by first creating a Timu spirit, where I took the peppercorns and sous vide them with fresh bay leaves, Guatemalan vanilla extract, as well as serrano peppers. With this base, I added over-steeped jasmine tea to add white florality, so then I could mimic the white florality that is present in the geisha. This dark mixture is what is then left behind, and I decided to clarify it through a milk washing process. This milk washing process was achieved by acidulating the milk with lemon juice and heat to separate milk curdles. This allowed for the curdles and casein proteins to bind to the tannins and bitter components and pigment, leaving behind a clarified version, which I sweetened with sugarcane. So once I start with the, I will be starting first with the tangerine spritz. This will complement the florality of the geisha. Next, I will be adding the clarified milk punch, 50 mils. This will enhance the creaminess and create new flavors of yuzu, oolong tea, and a Danimal yogurt finish. The tactile notes are light, refreshing, as well as ending in a clean finish. I'll be finished garnishing with the dehydrated oranges, as well as Timu black peppercorns and cracks of it. As I close today, I want to thank for the privilege to be able to represent someone like Don Guayo, the symbiosis between St. Frank Coffee and Don Guayo work together to highlight the producer. I feel this is invaluable to allowing the producers to be able to take risks on such coffees and for a longer season of continued delicious coffee. Thank you, judges. Time.